Alexis Bromley is from Nebraska. She needed a break from white people.
In Omaha, it's very segregated. It can be very isolating if you're a person of color. It's hard in Nebraska because it's a red state. And so you just don't know who you interact with on a daily basis, if they believe that you're lesser, if you're inferior, and how that in turn can affect me.
So, you needed a break from white people. I'm just trying to imagine, what if a white person said that about black people? I can't even imagine that shitstorm that would follow that statement.
She says the current political climate has only made these feelings worse. So she decided to go on a Women of Color healing retreat in Costa Rica.
Of course, Donald Trump. Imagine what white people felt like when Obama was the president for 8 years. Just joking, I bet that white Americans didn't think anything of that really. And also, this is not just a racist but also sexist vacation. But is someone surprised?
My blackness is bold.
My blackness is uninhibited.
My blackness is strength.
Why they talk about blackness like that? Can someone explain to me? I think it's really weird. You're black. So what?
It's like a mental game all the time, and I'm in these spaces where, constantly getting poked and prodded. Oh, let me touch your hair. Oh, you're really pretty for a black girl.
I can understand that if a stranger comes and touches your hair, it can be quite awkward and weird. But if somebody would say that, hey, you're really handsome for ... I'd be like, good. Of course, if it was positive. If somebody says that you're pretty, you don't complain about that.
So many people's ideologies are being validated that don't see us as human, that don't see us as people.
This is the same bullshit that feminists say, that women are not viewed as people or stuff like that. They are seen as chattel. I bet that not one person has ever told this woman that black people aren't people. So I have no idea where she gets these ideas. From Black Lives Matter?
The idea of black women reclaiming control over their own mind, body, and spirit is exactly what's needed to survive in a system that constantly tells us that our wellness isn't important. We stopped taking care of ourselves because we were taught, you don't matter.
Holy shit! Who taught you that? And don't say white people.
We needed a safe space that was outside in the United States to hold certain conversations and just to heal. I don't think that we can do that in the United States. I think that we're suffering and suffocating and just dying every single day trying to survive there.
Maybe you should tell your homies that stop killing other black people at such a high rate. I doubt that you don't have a space to talk about whatever you talk about in Costa Rica and United States. Just take a look what Black Lives Matter have done and how many supporters in mainstream media they have. And they are, I think they are categorized as a terrorist group. And still they have so much support. So yeah, bullshit on that one also.
Not every woman can afford to come out to Costa Rica. What can we do for the racism they experience, for women who can't afford to be part of your retreat?
I think that it's important for people in the United States, black and POC people, to start forming their own spaces there.
Easier said than done.
I've been thinking about this. I've seen, and probably you have seen, these feminist videos that say that if you don't support feminists as a woman, then you shouldn't have the right to vote, stuff like that. Because if not for feminists, then you wouldn't have a right to vote or divorce your husband. So does that also apply to these black people? Because Martin Luther King fought against segregation and wanted black people to be equal to white people, and so should we just segregate these black people, give them their own fountains where to drink, and then put them either back or ahead of the bus or train or airplane or whatever? Just wondering.
The election of President Trump?
We're black, we knew that racism has been around, but it's a bit more in our face now. It's made me had to pivot my interactions with people and like, you know, people who actually support Trump. Like, I can't trust you on friendship level, family level, any level if you actually are supporting someone that, you know, is completely racist.
Is some
Holy moly! Trump is completely 100% racist. Oh my god. What a horrible person. I don't understand why everyone sees Hillary Clinton like this person who was for black people. I didn't see anything special about her. So if you have a, let's just say, a brother and he said that he voted for Trump because he's a business owner and stuff like that, you wouldn't trust your brother anymore because he voted Trump. I think that's a little childish, don't you think?
Do you feel like you've increasingly lost the ability to see any shot at a relationship with white people?
Every time I have a conversation with them, I just pick up on certain things that they say, whatever. I pick up on the microaggressions, the passive aggressiveness, I pick up on it. So I decided one day to just eliminate white people from my personal life. And ever since then, my life has been way more breezy.
And they said that Trump is completely racist. Yeah. Not like this woman. No. And microaggressions, come on.
They are here. They're everywhere. You know, I feel like white people shouldn't even have passports because they've done enough, especially white Americans. Leave them in the United States. They do not need to come here. They do
you
not.
think they should be even able to travel here?
They need to stay in the United States.
But to a white person who's doing their best to be the best white person they can be.
I have no tips for a white person. My tip to white people is to let us have our space, let us have our room.
Of course you do. Of course you do. If somebody seriously says that black people cannot be racist after seeing this video, they are lost causes. Even more so than before.
This retreat, much to Andrea's dismay, is held at a white-owned resort.
Of course it is.
Is it practical to create a black nation in the middle of a jungle? Or to chase all white people off your property? Probably not, and most black people don't want to do that.
Black people creating their own black nation in a jungle. Why they got so upset about that? What was it? H&M shirt that said coolest monkey in the jungle. No, I'm not saying black people are monkeys, but they are in a jungle. Too funny.